This is lesson 3 in the Getting Started with CapCut series. In this lesson, find the raw footage that you want to add to your project. So I'm going to take this one right here called Untitled. I'm going to drag it into my CapCut like so and just release. And this is now in my media bin. It's now a file that I can use, but it's not yet in my timeline. I can't do anything with it yet. So in order to actually add it to my timeline, I can drag and drop it down here, or I can hit this little plus button. And now it's down here in my timeline. And from here, I can start cutting it up. I can grab the edges like this to shrink it. Same thing on the right side. I can add a fade to it with this little dot right here. Same thing on the left side. This would be a fade in. The first one was a fade out, like so. And I could switch to another tool. So using this thing right here, I could go to split. I could click on a part, and then that just split the clip, and I could go back to select, and I could delete a portion, for example. If I make a mistake, I can hit the undo button right there, like that. I'm gonna hit undo one more time to bring it back to its original starting point. If I had multiple layers, I could hide a layer like that with that little eyeball. I could mute a layer if I'm just gonna have music playing in the background or whatever, I want to mute it. I just click on that little speaker icon. Next is the track height. So I can change how this looks. I can make it tall. I can make it short. I can make it default. Default and tall have the little thumbnails where you can preview what's happening in that clip visually. The audio waveform size is these little waveforms at the bottom of the clip, how tall those are. Right now, they're 30%. I can make it 60%. Or I can make it 100% where they fill the entire thing and it gets rid of my clip preview there, the visual preview. If I wanted to remove this clip from my video, I could hit this delete button. If I want to add a marker to annotate this to let myself know something interesting was happening at this point, I can click on that little button and it adds that little blue marker right there. I can add a freeze frame by finding a point in time where I want to take a photo basically. So I could find this, for example. I could click on it down here and click freeze, and then it adds this little image. And now this is just frozen. It's not moving throughout that time. I could play the clip in reverse with clicking this button. I could mirror the whole image like that. Just flips it horizontally. I could rotate it. So that rotates 90, 180, 270, back to original. Or I could resize it by clicking on this, and then I get this crop view where I can just make the displayed image smaller. But I'm going to reset that. Cancel out. This is a basic familiarization with the timeline, and I'll see you in lesson number 4 by clicking here.